Hey, it's Janelle and welcome to my channel. I am here to do the first plan with me of 2026. I am so excited to hop into my planners. So I'm gonna show you kind of what I've been doing in them so far, and we're gonna set up for next week, which is for me the first real week of January, starting on the 5th, because I've been off of work this entire week. So not much planning has really been going on. But I'm getting back into the swing of things next week, so I need to get everything set up. First thing I want to mention is I am filming on a different camera than I normally do, so it might look a little off. I don't even know. I'm having storage issues on my phone, and I'm trying to get everything backed up onto an external hard drive and Google Photos and all that, and it's taking forever. I started it 2 days ago, and I probably won't get it finished until tomorrow. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that if things look different or weird, I feel like the color is a little bit off on this camera. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be temporary. We're rolling with it for today. So let's get into this. So first, I will show my Happy Planner and what I've done in it so far. Let's get this out of the way. I found this note paper. It's half sheet paper from Happy Planner. I found it in my stash, and I added some of that to the front here just so if I need to jot something down real quick right when I first open my planner, it's right there. And then on my monthly dashboard, I've written a lot of things. I've added way more in here since I last showed it. I added some goals I want to do for the month up here. We'll see how those go. A to-do list for the month, just kind of like overarching things. Quarterly cleaning list. I made a new AM routine and PM routine to start for the new year. It's pretty much the same as it always is. I always just add one or two things and take away one or two things. This is just a reminder of what my new AM routine, PM routine, and kind of midday what I want to try to remember to do. I did some journaling prompts, which I'm going to try out this year. So I added those onto this sheet. So I got different journaling prompts for every month of the year. And I already went through my entire planner and added them. So these are for February's, March. It's just 3 questions a month. And each month is a different focus. And then a few journaling prompts for each focus area of the month, and it's to round out the year basically. So that was something fun that I want to try. I've never really been good at journaling prompts, but it's only 3 questions a month, so I thought it would be pretty easy. So we'll see. And then a weekly check-in. So I have 5 questions here for the week. I just found all of these online in different random places like Pinterest and stuff. I didn't make these up myself. The weekly check-in, it said you don't have to write it down necessarily. You can just kind of go over them in your head, or you can write them down if you want. So I kind of liked that. It kind of takes the pressure off. I can just read through them, answer them in my head, and move on. It doesn't have to be some big thing. But I have the questions here. So every week you check in. First is your body. Did you nourish your body this week or just get through it? Note one thing that helped, even if it was small. 2 is money. Did I feel calm or tense about money this week and why? No judging, just noticing. 3, your relationship. Did I feel connected, distant, or unsure this week? What moment stands out? 4 is self-trust. Where did I show up for myself this week? This builds inner security. And 5, one anchor for next week. What is one small thing I can do next week to feel more secure? So that's my weekly check-in questions. I have it in here just for reference. And then I have my bills here, a monthly cleaning tasks, skincare tasks, weekly cleaning tasks. I put together a cleaning checklist. So I have daily cleaning, weekly cleaning, monthly cleaning, and quarterly cleaning. And I want to try to keep up with that. So I wrote them all down here in their own little sections. These are the to-do list. I don't know if I'm going to use these, but I did number them for each day. So if I want to jot something down for the day, it's already set up for me, but I really don't know if I need this. So I might take those out. I have my TBR for January. That means to be read. So it's all the books that I want to try to read in the month of January. It doesn't mean I'm going to read them all, but it's just sometimes I get overwhelmed with choosing my next book because I have such a huge list of books I want to read. It's nice to kind of go through them and pick out a handful that I'm excited to read now, and then I can just kind of go through these and move on to the next book rather than like taking so much time to like pick my next book. And then I have my medical bill here that I'm working on paying off. And that's it for my happy planner. So this is like my overview planner. It's just a monthly planner. There are no weekly spreads in here. So this is just kind of like my overview brain dump type of stuff. I did make a when was the last time I list. I just kind of made it myself on this piece of paper. It's nothing fancy at all. I changed my water filter in my fridge on the 1st of January. And as I kind of go through and do things, I'm going to fill out more in here. But yeah, that's all I have in my monthly happy planner so far. This is my main planner, and this is what I'm really excited to get into. I showed this patch on the front of my cover here. It says howdy. And I've decided I don't like it, so I'm going to just take it off. It's just like a sticky back. I can stick it on something else. I don't know. I could put it right here. Ooh, no, just kidding. I don't know what to do with that, but I didn't like it on there, so I took it off. Okay, so this is my N1 size planner. I've gone through this in my past couple of videos, so I won't go too much into it. So I had to share these. Look at these planner stickers. Effing planner stickers. And they all say bad words. Okay, so I'm going to flip through these. I'm not going to read them out loud, but I will flip through them so you can kind of pause and look at them if you want. But they all just say bad words. Are made for your planner. So there's like appointments, bills, stuff like that in here. Are these close enough for you to read? I'm sorry if they're not. Again, I'm filming on a different phone, so it's kind of hard to see. But these were recommended to me on Amazon as like, you might like these, when I was just scrolling through shopping for something else. And I was like, what are these? I immediately bought them. They were only $5 for this pack. It says payday, appointment, wedding, haircut, meeting, gym, doctor, dentist. These were just so funny. So these were only $5 on Amazon. If you just type in effing planner stickers, you will find them. I just thought these were fun. I had to share these. So I am going to probably keep them in my planner, probably in the back maybe. That's where I'm keeping some other stickers. So anyway, in this planner, I've already kind of gone through this, but I have a monthly booklet, a weekly booklet, and then a blank notebook that I'm using for dailies and stuff like that. So far in this planner, all I've done is the weekly spread for this current week. I was off work all week this week, so I just put PTO off all week. I really didn't have much to do this week, so I don't have a lot to write or plan in here, but I did kind of just sprinkle in a few things that were going on. This week, I cleaned my house from top to bottom. I decluttered, I reorganized, I cleaned like every room, every closet, every drawer, every cabinet in my entire house has been cleaned and decluttered, and it feels so good. So that's what I've been working on all week long. Like every day I did a few rooms or a few places. That has felt amazing. And then on Tuesday, me and my boys went to Havasu with my parents, and we took the boys to the trampoline park just to get out of the house. My boys have been on break from school last week and this current week, and I've been off this week, so we kind of just wanted to get out of the house for a little bit. And then we went to Red Robin for lunch after the trampoline park. But other than that, that's really the only thing I've done this week other than cleaning. So I didn't really have a lot to write in here, but that's fine for the first week of the year. But I do need to set up for next week because I'm back to work. The boys are back to school, everything like that. So I need to get back into the groove of everything. And then I need to set up my first daily page in my notebook. So from last I showed, I changed out a lot of the sticky notes on my little sticky note dashboard here. I did not like the way they all looked together, so I took a bunch of them off and put different ones on. Still a sticky note dashboard, but just kind of changed it up a little bit. And then this is what I ended up doing for my January intro page. These are sticky notes that I just put on this blank section. So I have more sticky notes there. I added this little sticker at the bottom. It says, "So it turns out being a Jolt is mostly just Googling how to do stuff." And then on this side of the page, I just added this "Do all the things" sticker. These are Post-it notes. I think I found them at Target and they were Christmas. They're supposed to be like peppermint looking, but I think they're super cute. I love the colors of them and I feel like they could be used any time of the year. So yeah, and then I just added these couple of stickers here. So that's the intro pages of my notebook. And then on this side, I wanted to start my daily on this side of the notebook rather than on this side. So I found this sticker. This sticker is from Sweet Kawaii Design and it's actually made for the Hobonichi Weeks, but I'm not using the Hobonichi Weeks this year. I had it left over from last year, which I never used. So I was like, let's just use it up. It'll cover this whole first page and then I'll start my first daily page on this side of the notebook. I want to set up that for tomorrow. But first, let's do my weekly. I'm going to take it out of the notebook to plan in it. Let's see what's going on. Let's go. First, I want to draw a line across the top. This way I could put my weather in. I kind of got out of the habit of putting my weather in my planner at all, but I do like to see it. So let's try to start putting that up at the top again. And down below, actually, I have my meal and my reading stickers. So let's do that. Let's get back in the habit of doing this as well. I feel like I haven't planned like how I normally plan in months. I've been using my planners. Actually, I've been using my planners, but I've been using them in a very bare minimum type of way. They've been a mess. I haven't put any effort into trying to make them look cute or anything like that, which is fine. That's just the mood I've been in lately because I've been so over my 2025 planners. I'm like ready to get out of them and start my 2026. So I really just was not caring at all. Okay, so I'm going to put my book sticker down so I can write what I'm reading every day. And then I'm going to put my dinner sticker down here. Write my dinners every day. And I wanted to draw my line up a little bit higher because I don't need this full space for each day. And then I want to put some habits down here at the bottom. I'm not quite sure how I want to do my habits because I put a lot of habits for my routines and stuff that I want to try to remember to do. And I don't have enough space, I don't think, to write all of these. And I don't know if that's how I want to do this. I need to think for a minute. All right, I'm not quite sure how I want to do those habits. So we're going to hold off on that. Wednesday, my son has drama club. Let's find a little sticker to put in there. I don't really have like a theme going on or colors going on. Should I put some washi down? I guess I'll use this washi. This is from Coffee Monsters Co. I feel really like out of the groove. I kind of feel like all over the place. I need to get back in the groove of planning, back in the groove of filming even. I haven't filmed in, what's it been? A month or 2 months? I'm not even sure. Okay, at least we got a little color on there now. I want to save the room at the bottom so that way I can leave room for my habits if that's what I decide to do. I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that. How do you track so many habits? I do have a couple options of like paper pads that have like a ton of room, but I kind of wanted to put it on my weekly, but I might not do that. I might just do it on my daily. So I found this little box that's brown that matches. So I'm just gonna put it on here, Drama Club. It's kind of annoying because both of my kids are in clubs after school on Wednesday, but one of them is every week and one of them is every other week. So on the weeks where it's only the one club, I have to go to the school at 3 o'clock to pick up my one son and then go back an hour later or an hour and a half later, whatever it is, to go pick up my other son. It's like 2 trips to the school on one day. I do live kind of close to the school, so it's not like I'm driving all the way across town twice or anything like that, but still kind of annoying because it's like an awkward amount of time. It's all just like waiting time because you don't really have enough time to like go do something else and get something else done. Not really. All right, let's get my mild liner. So this is normal pickup, 3 o'clock. Is that all I have going on? Actually, let's put back to school and back to work right here. Ooh, let's put this cute little Grim Reaper. This came off of like a, what's it called? Like a freebie when you do an order. I've had this in this little book for years and years, but it's Sweet Quiet Design, but it's a Grim Reaper. Dun, 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 dun. So let's put back to school, back to work. Oh, how cute. Look at this weekend sticker and it's browns. I'm going to use it just because it matches. We'll put it like down here in the middle of the day. I was looking for like a box to put, but I'll just write it in. Back to school and work. Boo. No, actually, I am very much ready to get back to work, to get back in the groove, get back in routines. I've just felt very like lazy and blah, even though I have not been lazy because I have been cleaning this house, which has felt so good. But like just not being in like your normal routine, you know, I don't like that feeling. Okay, I think this is really all I need to put down for my week. I don't really have too much else going on this week, at least so far. So that is my weekly. Now let's make my daily page in my notebook. Oh my God. I'm gonna keep it in the cover as I do it. I don't feel like I need to take this out because it's like stable enough. All right, I haven't made a daily page probably since like September or October maybe. I'm so excited. These are just so fun to me. Because like every day you can change it up and decorate it however you want, change the colors and change the decor like every day. And since you turn the page every day, it's like, it doesn't matter if it's ugly because you're just gonna turn the page the next day. It's not like you have to like live with it for a full week. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited to get back into my dailies, but let's decide, what do we want to do? Let's go with a color scheme like this because normally like when I have it open, I like it to be the same across both pages. So let's look for like this color scheme. Okay, let's use this. And I'm gonna put it at the top and at the bottom. Now, when I make my daily pages, I like to try, well, it really just depends how I feel every day, but I like to try to alternate, like do the decor with washi one day, and then the next day put some like big decal stickers. Then some days then I like to doodle and make like little doodle decoration. That way like every day looks a little bit different somehow. But then sometimes I get in the groove and just do the same thing for a while, but those are kind of like the different methods or different ways I like to try to decorate. Okay, so I'm gonna use my new little date stickers. Oh wait, no, tomorrow is the 4th, which is Sunday. I'm working tomorrow for overtime. I logged into work yesterday just to kind of like see what's going on. Should I put it down here or up on the washi? Let's put it up on the washi. Then let's put that back. And I want to I have this sticker book from Hobby Lobby. I want to use one of these for today just because it's like the first day. Some days I like to draw it out. Let's use a black one just because that says Sunday. But yeah, I logged into my work computer yesterday just to kind of check since I've been off all week. And in the email it said mandatory overtime for this coming up week. Our pay period starts on Sunday. So tomorrow, Sunday, will start out my week for me, and I'm gonna work to get those hours. Did I say it was mandatory? It's mandatory, so let's get it done on Sunday. I have the option to do it whenever I want, but I like to just do it on Sunday, especially like Sundays I'm here by myself, so I might as well just work, right? Okay, so I like to make my little line for my schedule, and I start it at 5 a.m. Let's use this pen. This is a thinner pen. 8 o'clock. And I'm just gonna stop the timeline at 7. I'm not gonna have anything going on past 7 o'clock. Okay, I found a highlighter that I think will work. This is a Passion Planner highlighter, and it's got a dual tip. It's got the chisel tip, and then it's got this fine point tip. I actually really like their highlighters. So normally I like to do a to-do list for the day and then my habit checklist for the day with my schedule over here. Oh yeah, and then I like to put down what I'm gonna read and then what I plan to make for dinner. So let's write that in. I currently am reading a book. I just started it yesterday. It's called One Day, and it's like a love story. It's a Netflix adaptation, which I have not seen, and I don't know if I will, but I've heard it's really good, and I heard it rips your heart out, which is the kind of love story that I love, when it rips your heart out and makes you cry. So we'll see, but I just started it, so I'm excited to continue on. So I'm sure that's what I'll be reading tomorrow still. I don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner yet. Do this tan mild liner since I have it out. It goes with this too. So let's do that. I'm gonna do my to-do list up top. We'll do that. Okay. And then do I want to put my giant habit list? That's what I'm trying to, how do I want to do this? I don't want to write that out every single day. What I'm thinking I should do, this is just off the top of my head right now. So maybe I should make a monthly checklist with all of this on it, right? And I can dot every single day that I do each one of these things. But then on my daily pages, I can just write AM routine, midday routine, PM routine, just to remind me to do them. That's why I like to write my habits on my daily list, is because I need to see it in front of my face to actually do it. If it's in the front of my planner on a checklist, on like a monthly habit tracker, I won't do it because it's out of sight, out of mind. So maybe I can just do that. AM routine, midday routine, PM routine, just to remind me to do it. And then I can look on the long list over here of what I want to do. And as I get into the year, I can refine it and change it up how I see fit. But let's do that just starting for tomorrow. So if that's the case, I'll put it down closer to the bottom because I only have 3. Little checklists or bullet points to put down. And I think the ones that I need more help with, like taking my vitamins, I'm the worst at taking vitamins always. And like maybe like my daily walk, I really need to get back in the routine of that. I've been having trouble with that lately. So it's like things I need extra help with. Maybe I can bullet point those out specifically. I don't know. We'll get into it. We'll see. So then I'll just do the 3 for now. I'll put them as little hearts. And then I'll write AM routine, midday. And I made a little sticky note that I have on my, oh my gosh, I spelled that wrong because I was talking at the same time. I put rune teen. Okay, so this is my daily page starting out tomorrow. I think it's super cute to where it goes together on both pages. It'll get me going. And then as I get into my notebook, I can change things up and refine it however else I want to do. Okay, so that is everything I'm going to do planning wise. I do have my journal, which I have not written in yet, even though it's January 3rd today. I haven't written in it for the 1st or the 2nd yet, mainly because I haven't been at my desk. I only like to journal sitting at my desk, and I've been off of work, so I haven't been at my desk at all. But what I've been doing is I've been keeping notes in my phone on my notes app. So I just made a little note that says journal at the top, and then I just put each day and just kind of a few things that happened each day that I want to journal about so that I don't forget, because I get my days mixed up so easily. I'm like, was that yesterday or the day before? I can't remember. So like on the weekends or times where I'm not at my desk and not going to be journaling for a few days, that's what I will do is I make notes in my phone. So I remember what day things happened and just like a few notes of the day. And then I'll delete it out after I journal it. I haven't written in my journal yet. I will do that tomorrow. Since I will be back at my desk tomorrow, I will get into this journal. And that is everything. That is everything. We are in 2026. So we are officially in it. We are back in the groove. We are in 2026 in our new planners, which is so exciting. That is it for today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.